Hi, and welcome to this month's edition of Chat with the Sheriff. I'm your sheriff for 31 more days, Troy Dunn. Sorry, I had to get that in there.
That's okay.
And joining me this month is one of our, I say newer, but she's been here for almost 2 years, but Deputy Danielle Story. Welcome to the show, Danielle.
Thanks.
So Danielle, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? How long have you been in law enforcement? I've already given it away how long you've been with Rice County, but you worked somewhere else before you came here.
Yeah, so in February I would have been with Rice County for 2 years, this coming February. Before that, I worked up in Plymouth as an officer, and I've kind of dabbled in law enforcement, you could say, for a long time. I started at a security company before that on campus, and I've worked in a jail for a while before becoming an officer. So I've kind of dabbled in the system for quite a while now, and
awesome.
Made my way down here. So.
All right. And we're glad that she's here now, and she's currently assigned to the courthouse. And I think we've had staff from the courthouse here before, but with the sheriff's office is in charge of courthouse security. And so we have as many as 3 full-time licensed deputies over there, and additional part-time staff that are both licensed and civilians. So Danielle, kind of give us what's happening at the courthouse in an average day over there. I know it's still a little kind of kittywampus due to COVID, but not as busy as it used to be. But
it is starting to start back up a little bit, but COVID definitely has changed things for good and bad. A lot of court can be done over Zoom now, which is kind of nice because a lot of people don't have to leave their jobs. If they could just go out to their car and handle their court case that way, especially if it's just a continuance or something like that. We were seeing a lot more of that. But there is still in-person hearings, and a lot of people are starting to request to go back to in-person hearings, which is kind of nice. So it's not as busy over there as it used to be, but there's still a lot going on, and trials are starting back up, and thankfully we're going to be able to get hopefully back into some kind of normal over there. So
absolutely, and if you remember, in a few shows ago, we did go over to courtroom 5 and show you what it was going to look like in the COVID jury trial. So there's currently one going on right now. It's on hold today for at least a day or so, but it's our hope that we can catch up because there's quite a bit of backlog with cases, and there's even talk that we might try to run 2 jury trials in a week, 1 felony and 1 gross misdemeanor or misdemeanor. So how about transports? You still have to pick people up, or do they get to stay free?
We're still picking people up. Obviously, everyone's health and everything like that is everyone's #1 priority. So there's some extra precautions we're taking to do that, but we are still picking people up on warrants and going to other counties to get them and bring them over here so that they don't have to wait too long period of time to get seen. So
right. So we need to keep going with the legal system, and we don't want to just give free passes and say, okay, you can. We're going to let y'all go and hit the reset button, because I don't think that would do our criminal justice system any good and send a bad message to the people that have made the choice to make those bad decisions. But again, we want people to get through these processes. We're trying to work with our social workers and with our jail staff as well, trying to get more programming up and going again. And in that 2.5-year period, when we have our new jail LEC Public Safety Center, it's our hope that we'll be able to do up to 30 programs in the jail, so that we are truly getting these people ready to be good citizens in the community, because we don't want to see them back there. And whether you believe me or not, Danielle really doesn't want to have to drive all the way up to northern Minnesota and pick somebody up on those warrants. And that's a lot of windshield time, and it's a lot of time that we're keeping people away, and we'd rather be here so we can respond to the calls for service as well. So you've worked a little bit of mostly patrol though. What have been some of the big changes that you've seen with COVID, and how we've had to change doing our job out there?
COVID's changed a lot of things. We are taking extra precautions, making sure we're masking up and being as far away from people, not only for our safety, but for theirs also. And also, I think what a lot of people have heard about is mental health is on the rise due to COVID. Not fully due to COVID, but definitely it's a big factor in it. So
mental health, you brought up a great point there, and that's one of the things we're trying to work with our legislators and other communities within our county, including Faribault and Northfield, and trying to come up with resources to provide more immediate mental health care, so that we're not having to send ambulances up to Fargo or Thief River Falls or Sioux Falls, South Dakota on mental health transports, and then we end up sending staff there to bring them back for their hearings. And so that's one of the things that we're looking at as we transition to that new public safety center. How can we utilize our old resources? Because this building still can be used. It's served its life 50 years as a jail, and we can't put any more Band-Aids on it. So we do need to get that replaced. But the building itself, we can reutilize, or what's the word I'm looking for? Repurpose for whether it be a detox facility or a mental health facility. And obviously we need more people to provide those services as well. So it's something that we're working on. Mental health calls are a daily occurrence for us. And even at the courthouse, we're seeing people that are having mental health crises that, cross over into the criminal realm, and now that's why they're at court, but they truly need help. And if they maybe stabilize their mental health, they might not be as apt to make those poor decisions and then end up in the criminal justice system. So, well, Danielle, I appreciate you coming on the show here, my second to last show. So, and obviously, I'm glad that you came to Rice County as our teammate, and wish you a long and happy career here with Rice County. And I think we better just give one safety tip about Halloween coming up.
Sure, yeah, that's coming up fast. There's several things that kids can be doing, wearing reflective gear or light up bands, making sure you're with a parent, watching both sides of the road before you're crossing the street, are just a few simple things that kids can be doing out there.
Great advice. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to go trick-or-treating this year, but how about you? Are you going to?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, folks. We hope you learned a little bit today, and thanks, Danielle, for joining us as well. And as always, if you have any questions for me, please give me a call at 507-332-6034, or you can email me at tdunn@co.rice.mn.us. Have a safe month, and we will talk to you next month as I go into my next chapter of retirement. Take care, everyone. Be safe.